Hello, Makale. Welcome back to another episode of the R slash Kollywood podcast. And we are back today with another FDFS Pechu, the last big ticket release of this year, as far as we know. It's none other than Dhanush's fourth directorial movie, Idli Kadai, his second one this year. So, joining me today, we have Dart Bro.
So hi guys. See, last time number when we did Madrasi, number episode பண்ணும்போது I think we spoke about it as the last big budget movie for the year
Yeah.
because for some reason Idli Kadai just slipped up for us. And honestly, இன்னைக்கு
Hmm.
தேட்டருக்கு போனப்போ it just felt like that பெருசா கூட்டம் இல்லைன்னா எங்க தேட்டர்ல ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம் ரெண்டு மூணு தனுஷ் பாட்டெல்லாம் போட்டு எல்லாரும் டான்ஸ் ஆடிட்டு இருந்தாங்க which was kind of nice to see. But
Hmm.
that is as much as the fan hype went. ஏன்னா படம் ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் pretty much
Yeah.
the movie also was set in that mode.
So yeah, pretty much same, bro. Enakume. I caught it here in Bangalore, very early morning show, 6:30 a.m. And yeah, there were like some 25 to 30 people in my theater. Like full disclosure, na PVR தான் பார்த்தேன் because that's on my way to work னு சொல்லிட்டு தான் நான் போட்டேன். It was a very, downplayed thing, but I guess that suits the movie's vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of which, speaking of the movie, let's dive right into it. Yeah, what are your initial thoughts about how this movie played out for you?
So see, I
Can
mean,
you?
at least usually Tamil cinema trailerல இவ்வளோ elaborateஆ காட்ட மாட்டாங்க. I think, but Idli Kadai with this trailer, it showed what is the story was gonna be. And honestly,
Mm,
it stayed very, very true to its trailer. And almost நம்ம படம் யாரெல்லாம் பார்க்க போறோமோ everybody kind of knows what the
yeah,
story is and what to
yeah.
expect. ஒரு ரெண்டு மூணு சீன் in the first half I would say where I was emotionally attached to the movie, which is a very good sign
Yeah.
for movies.
Mm,
So that kept me
mm.
pretty excited. But Tamil cinema second half curse so it just
Yeah,
fiddled out
yeah,
very soon, and towards the end, I was just waiting for it to be done.
yeah, bro. Actually, I'll echo that same sentiment only. எனக்குமே எப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா லைக் ட்ரெய்லர்லயுமே சொல்லிட்டாங்க கதைய ஸோ லைக் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு யூஸும் இல்லை பட் yeah, and we sat down and like you said, all the plot points are pretty predictable. The story's been done so many times in so many different forms in Tamil cinema, leave alone South cinema. And yeah, it plays it very safe. It's a by the book storyline. Thankfully, like there's not much bloat in the plot line itself. It just okay, one scene அப்படியே கரெக்டா ப்ரோக்ரஸ் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். அண்ட் நீங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ண மாதிரி what really works for this movie is that you do get invested in a lot of the main characters and how they fit into the story.
Yeah. So
Carried this
so
film.
for, so for me,
Main.
like from the start till the intermission, I think the movie built up at a very good pace, and we were attached to all the
Yeah, yeah.
characters, what was happening around. And என்னென்ன கான்ஃப்ளிக்ட் எல்லாமே அரைஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. And I felt the knockout punch from the
Hmm.
good guy to the bad guy came a little too soon for this movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and
I'd
after
agree.
that it was pretty much the guy is like இதுக்கு மேல ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, நீ ஜெயிக்கணுமா ஜெயிச்சுக்கோ. லைக்
தப்பு இல்ல.
ஐ ரோட் அபவுட்
ஆமா, yeah, like that.
விஐபி ரகுவரன் வந்து அமுல் பேபிட்ட சொல்லுவாங்க, இப்போ உனக்கு என்ன, நீ ஜெயிக்கணும்,
நீ
அவ்வளவுதான்.
ஜெயிக்கணுமா நான்
ஜெயிச்சு
தோத்துட்டேனா
ஜெயிச்சிட்ட. So
அந்த மாதிரி தான் bro.
so it felt that the movie was in that mode for a little too long. And
Hmm.
too many cliched tropes, bro, like especially Samudraganikan.
Yeah, very predictable.
So,
Predictable to a fault. என்ன பொறுத்தவரை அந்த சமுத்திரக்கனி கேரக்டர் தேவையே இல்லை. Like
ஆமா.
this movie has enough antagonists in it. Like you don't need to drum up the tension even more. அவன் எதுக்கு இருக்கானே எனக்கு தெரியல கதையில. Kind of like
Let,
dilutes the
let me
whole
ask you this. I
background.
mean,
நினைக்கிறேன்.
minor spoiler. ஒரு கடைசி just
Mhm.
before the climax, there's an action block in the movie. Do you
Yeah, yeah.
understand why there are so many people fighting?
Yeah, suddenly, like, where are these people coming from? It's like termites in woodworks. Like, where do you
So it
people
was
not
not just
sleep at
me,
night?
right? So it was not just me.
No, bro. Like I said, like it's very convenient plot, progressionன்ற மாதிரி நிறைய இடத்துல எனக்கு ஃபீல் ஆச்சு. ஓ ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் ஹவு தி ஸ்டோரிஸ் கோ. ஸோ இதனால இப்போ இங்க ஒரு கலவரம் நடக்கணும். எங்க எப்படிலாம் கேட்காதீங்க, கதை யூஸ்வலா அப்படிதான் போகணும் டீனா நம்மளுக்கு சொல்ற மாதிரி ஐ ஃபெல்ட். பட்
But yeah,
யா.
again, credit where it is due. Like first half, the characters that which were explained pretty well. I think Ryan backstory on the Nala Dhanush gives a proper backstory to why things are happening. I think this movie also kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
does something similar, and it sticks actually a little better than Ryan no Solan, because we are
Yeah, yeah.
interested in what is happening after that.
Yeah, and we believe the character motivation like better here, like at least better than Ryan. I mean, they feel relatable, believable. These are all conflicts, internal conflicts that we have probably pondered at some point in our own lives. So yeah, I mean, Dhanush has definitely put thinking into the writing and how he fleshes out the characters. But yeah, maybe the execution of it is where it kind of like really, tying it together in a cohesive narrative is where it kind of fell short. But yeah, on that note, would you like to touch upon any positives in the movie that worked for you alongside these other negatives that you mentioned?
See, this movie alongside, I think, Neek, Ryan, and Power Pandi, Dhanush, ஒரு படம் எடுக்கிறப்ப, I think his frames are a little too clean, which is a
Mm,
compliment. And but unfortunately for this movie, I feel it is too clean.
yeah.
Like எல்லாமே இவ்வளோ சுத்தமா clean-ஆ எல்லாம் இருக்கிற வேண்டிய இடத்துல
ஆமா bro.
இருக்கு. Because of that, ஒரு
எங்கேயுமே ஒரு குப்பை கவர் கூட தெரியல ப்ரோ
ஆமா,
அந்த கிராமத்துல.
ஒரு ஒரு
என்ன சொல்றீங்க
ஒரு
நீங்க?
ரஸ்டினஸ் இருக்க மாட்டேங்குது. The
Yeah.
rustiness which Dhanush's mentors like Vetrimaran and Selvaraghavan are known for. அது
Yeah.
அது
It's very sanitized frames.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
that
agree.
actually worked for me in Neek. Neek is a movie வேற எல்லாமே இருக்கிற இடத்துல இருக்கிற மாதிரி.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, but
It's
in
supposed to
Dhanush
be
movie,
like
I think it worked against it. But at the same time, I feel the cinematography was good, and that's why it felt so clean.
yeah, yeah.
But other than that, the actors were all seasoned actors who had already played this role so many times. So
Mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, especially the music, I mean, I kind of have to shout out GVP's score. It kind of like really elevated the movie when, that scene without music would not be as impactful, but it does a bit of the heavy lifting to kind of make the emotions and all land again there.
but
And shout
yeah,
out to Parthiban character who is basically playing himself only in this movie. And that's always a delight to watch. But yeah, otherwise, ஆமா bro, I felt it's a harmless movie. Like, I mean, இது ரொம்ப நோண்டவும் முடியாது, பாராட்டவும் முடியாதுன்ற
so
மாதிரி
I think
ஃபீல்
if
தான்.
big problem for me was the characters were either too white or too black. Like ஒரு நடு கிரவுண்டே
Yeah,
இல்லாத
yeah,
மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு, which kind of
yeah, yeah.
hurt.
And it's very in your face that இவன் கெட்டவன் தான், இவன் நல்லவன் தான். He can do no wrong.
Yeah.
And எனக்கு, I
Thing,
mean,
right?
again,
Dhanush
the
through his filmography,
hmm,
especially since the last episode, I was noticing now Dhanush usually பண்ண character எல்லாத்துலயும் he also has a lot of bad shades in him, and that is kind
hmm,
of what makes a good actor come out. Like he's able to bring out good and bad consistently through his characters in Rapo.
hmm,
I feel in the last few movies, Ryan இருக்கட்டும், இந்த படமா இருக்கட்டும், I feel Dhanush is trying to portray himself a little too clean, a little too big and powerful,
hmm,
who can't do any
yeah.
wrong ஒரு character. I feel it is too early.
ஆமா.
Like I feel Dhanush can do that
கொஞ்சம்
later. I feel he has
yeah,
so much talent in him that he should be still doing chaotic roles,
yeah.
if that's the right way to put it.
I can, yeah, like you said, I can appreciate that he's trying to branch out and tell different types of stories instead of just doing rural or just doing like a niche type movie. I can appreciate the effort, but like you said, there's something a little too clean about it. எனக்கு அதான் தோணுச்சு. On that note, who would you recommend this movie to, bro? Because this is a thinker. Like, யாருக்கு
Honestly,
கொடுக்கிறது?
honestly, I wouldn't like theater போற அளவுக்கு இந்த படத்துல ஒன்றும் இல்லதான். Like I'm gonna come back to this
Hmm.
OTT ல one time பார்க்கலாங்கிற ரேஞ்சில் வந்து.
தமிழ் சினிமா ஃபெயில்ட் ஹியர் அப்படின்னு போட்டுருவாங்க அவ்வளவுதான். அதோட
But yeah, I mean, I think this is a good movie for people to just go with their family and have a new have a neutrally good
yeah.
time and come back.
ஆமா. இட்ஸ் இட்ஸ் அ குட் டைம் கில்லர் மூவி. லைக் ரொம்ப பெருசாலாம் எதுவுமே இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணி பார்க்க வேண்டியது இல்ல. யூ லைக், ஐ மீன், இஃப் யூ லைக் பவர் பாண்டி ஃப்ரம் தனுஷ், யூ வில் ப்ராபப்ளி ஆல்சோ லைக் திஸ், ஐ சப்போஸ், இஃப் யூ ரியலி ஆர் அ தனுஷ் ஃபேன். And speaking of Power Pandi, now that Dhanush has directed four films, where would you personally rank this movie among his four directions?
I mean, for people who know me,
Yes, the
and
most controversial opinion in this podcast. Yes.
I would put this close to Ryan, honestly. Ryan Leon.
Number?
So Ryan was originally three for me. So Idli Kadai and
Uh-huh.
Ryan will swap between three and four for me. I think for me still Neek is number one. Power
Mm-hmm.
Pandi is close number two. Ryan is a far number
Yeah.
three. I think Idli Kada might be a far number three, and Ryan will be a close number four from the three.
Actually, my rating isn't super far off, bro. You might not believe this, but எனக்கு வந்துட்டு, yeah, I would rank this actually number 3 தான் எனக்குமே. Like I would rank this number 3. Uh, Power Pandi and Neek are pretty even, but I think I'll give the edge to Neek because, you know, telling that kind of story with that kind of cast needs a specific vision. So as a director, I can give him full marks for, ensuring that it's, it came out the way it did. So எனக்கு Neek number 1, Power Pandi number 2, Idli Kada number 3, and Ryan number 4. Yeah. Yeah, guys, that was our FDFS page review for Idli Kadai. If you caught the movie, do tell us what you thought of it in the comments, and if you agree or disagree with us. And yeah, if you enjoy the content we're putting out, please consider hitting that subscribe button and dropping a like on this video. It really helps us. We recently hit 500 members, and we'd like to see those numbers grow. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.
See you guys. Bye.